A speech evaluation session. I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Adria Lee to give her evaluation on the CC number 1, Ali Kurashi.
So first off, before I begin my evaluation, let me just ask everyone here. So after Ali's speech, do we know him better now?
Yes.
So then give him a round of applause because he has achieved his objectives. So when I first met Ali just now, I was telling him that his speech title is very interesting, The Anomaly. And that is one of the good points about this whole speech. Your title was already interesting. It attracted me and it made me want to listen more. What is it that is so different? And actually I had to search in the online dictionary even to confirm what is the meaning of anomaly. So thank you for allowing me to learn a new word today. So it actually means something that deviates from what is standard. So the second thing that I really liked about your speech is you tell us that the anomaly thing is yourself. Then after that you told us why is it that you're considered an anomaly, and what I really liked about it is that you gave the points of why you're an anomaly point by point. Like the first reason is because of this, and you even gave us examples of what you have done that shows that you are an anomaly. So that allows your audience to understand why is it that your points better by giving examples and saying your points point by point. That is really good, and I really applaud you for that. And you also gave us a tinge of humor when you told us that you don't like Malaysian food, which I will not expect that from foreigners, because most foreigners I've met from my university say that Malaysian food is very unique. So it's a kind of, so in that sense, yes, that's what the foreigners said. So that is actually a tinge of humor that grabs our attention and makes us want to listen to you. So that is really good. So I thought you were really good at using humor, so I think I encourage you to use that more often in your future speeches. And your hand gestures as well, though they were quite overwhelming at some point, but I thought that you still had a good usage of hand gestures in terms of emphasizing certain points. You put up your hands, like what Ethan mentioned just now. So I thought that made your point stronger. That was really good as well. And maybe some slight improvements. So I realized while you were giving your speech, you stood at one position only. So the stage is actually this square box here. So what we would do usually is we would step out sometimes. We can use the left and the right. So other than using your hands, you can also move to emphasize certain points or certain parts of your speech to make it more interesting as well, rather than to just stand here only. And I realized you were slightly nervous, but it's okay because it's just your first speech. Let me, however, share with you some ways to counter nervousness at some point in your speech. So sometimes when you forget what you want to say, you get really nervous. So what you can do is you can actually ask the audience questions. So when you ask the audience questions, you will pause as well to let them think. So while you are pausing, you have time to gather your thoughts. So that is one way that you can try to remember what is it that's in your speech that you have forgotten. And sometimes you can also have slight pauses between your words, like for example, today I went to the shopping mall. And guess what I found? You have slight pauses here and there to allow you to gather your thoughts as you get nervous. And also lastly, I would like to share an eye contact method to you. So there's something that I learned called the 3-second eye contact. So the 3-second eye contact means you will look here for 3 seconds, and then you look here for 3 seconds, and look here for 3 seconds. Because I realized your eye contact was really only looking at the front, so I would suggest that you could look to the side as well. So other than that, I really enjoyed your speech, Ali, and I hope to hear from you again in the future. Back to you.
So thank you, Adria, for her very detailed, a lot of suggestions. How do you really overcome all this jam? So Ali, one suggestion: it's okay for CC number 1. We use the most ultimate weapon, the notes. So it's okay, you rely on the notes. when you like get stunned, okay, you can actually refer to it. Like we tend to easily forgotten our points, so it's acceptable for CC number 1 to CC number 5 to rely on notes. So next time I want to see that you don't get stunned, you carry out your speech very fluently and more smoothly. Looking forward for CC number 2. Next, okay, round of applause. Nextly, incoming Division D Director to give his evaluation on the legend Bowie. Legend Bowie.
The legend of the day, Bowie has spoken. But even before he spoke, I already believe in one thing. I believe every one of us has a legend in our heart. All of us has an innate sense for music. Everyone can appreciate music. Just that unfortunately, some of us like me, that potential has been underdeveloped. But you have added to my belief because today you have persuaded us that we have another sense, innate sense, that is the sense for low-pitched sound, that is bass. I have been able to listen to quite a few things from his speech. Number one, I listened to his way to engage with the audience by using jokes, although not many of us laughed, by using questions to catch our attention, to keep us thinking. And secondly, I've been able to listen to his speech purpose because right from the start, near the start, he already told us the purpose of his speech is to let us see a different way of looking at bass. And the third thing I've listened from his speech is his not visual aid, but audio aid. Using his own mouth, using his hand, and using the music as well. This is the audio aid. We should have CC 8.5 on audio aid. Last but not least, I have also been able to listen to the persuasion in his speech. He has used logic and emotion. He has appealed to our left brain and right brain by logic because you have given us quite a few reasons why we can differentiate low-pitched sound from other sound and why bass is the foundation of harmony, music, and other things. You have also appealed to us emotionally when you mentioned mother. When we were in the womb of mother, we have been able to listen to the bass in our mother's body, and so on. Boy, I just read you to listen to one more thing. This is a very passionate speech by you. This is his passion, music. The only danger is that, like I said, not all of us are developed in this potential. So for one, I have to listen very hard in order to understand the terms and terminologies. And I guess maybe out of 10 audience, maybe 2 or 3 of them might not be understand certain technicalities that you have been talking about. So it may not appeal to all 100% of the audience. And if you don't appeal to all of the audience, you might not be able to tell them the significance of your speech to them. One way to overcome it is to relate to something that is not related to music, but related to them, by telling them, so Ken, I know would you like to tell your girlfriend or show off to your girlfriend that you know music and you can show off to him that bass is important. So he might get interested. And when you explain certain technical terms, you might want to demonstrate or even sing about it. So for example, you mentioned there are 3 things, rhythm, harmony, and one more thing. So I guess I want to appreciate Boyi because today I have learned something new from the legend. You have also persuaded me based on your objective that I really have changed my mind to give more emphasis on this thing called bass. And I look forward to your inspirational speech.
Thank you, Ricky. Now, Bowie, you're a guy I realized you like to play a lot with the props. Last time Pepsi and Coke, now using the, what do you call that, the Bluetooth, the box over here. Just a suggestion, in the opening, if you want to share a joke, you cannot say, I want to tell a joke, because the tendency we are actually preparing for it already. So you want to share, you should cut the line, I want to share a joke. Don't jump straight to the story. And if you are preparing for the punchline, what Ethan says, use pauses and enhance your voice, so let the audience understand that this funny lame joke. So that's all for the speech evaluator. No voting for